Hi everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plush shoes are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Hello and welcome to Blanking 15 Minutes, where I, AJ Carey, and his sister, Sam Rossi,
Yellers!
shoot the shit and talk about whatever. Usually we gamify it in some way just to make things interesting. Mostly it's a way to decompress after we do things like the White Knight riots over on Killing 15. Or the Jersey Devil. Actually, that one wasn't
what was it? The one that we had to put a disclaimer on.
The extra disclaimer?
Yeah, that was the internet challenges.
Yeah, that was the internet challenges. That one was pretty tough, but that was a few weeks ago.
That was a few weeks ago. I just happened to remember that we had to put a disclaimer on an episode of Mything.
And yes, the first 15 minutes of Blanking is free on whatever you're listening to it on, but please, if you go over to patreon.com
Or Apple subscriptions.
Links wherever the hell, then you get to listen to the full however long this is. We actually have a few of them that are really fun, and there's a reason we have a paywall on a couple of them.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's cover the old business. Or rather, upcoming business.
Upcoming business?
Upcoming business. That would be next week.
Next week.
Is Killing 15 Minutes.
Yes, that would be on the riot caused by Robert Charles.
I would argue that it was the white lynch mobs caused by Robert Charles.
Anyways.
But you'll have to wait for that episode. That one's set in New Orleans.
Yes.
And then we have the Mything 15 Minutes on the Ghost Bus of Beijing.
Yep, that's going to be on Thursday.
And we should be starting to record our next batch for Playing Over 15 Minutes.
Yes.
And that will be the Humblewood campaign setting.
So if you want to hear how bad I am at role-playing, where I'm playing 4 different minds, go check that out on Playing Over 15 Minutes.
Am I missing anything?
No, not...
Randomly is still on hiatus, but please go back and re-listen to those. Those are quite interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, if you just want to hear my voice, you can check out The Comic Archivist, Reader's History, or Retrostatic Radio.
I like Retrostatic Radio. I didn't have to edit him.
You didn't have to edit me for most of Comic Archivist. I'm sorry, I asked you to do 4 edits for me.
No, I have no issue with the Comic Archivist.
No.
Dude, I have to listen to your voice on this. And I have to tell you, the difference between this and the Comic Archivist, and I mean this is everything for CareyOn Productions that we've done.
Yeah.
Is that I could separate the two because I didn't hear you record it. I didn't have to, edit it in my mind as we're recording. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. But anyways, we've got a lot of podcasts, a lot of places, and everything like that. Any other old business or new business? But yes, please check out our Patreon. We actually have some goals that are going to be popping up, such as drawing tablet, because I have an idea on how we are going to but it's start including YouTube, but I need to do art for that. As well as a screen printing machine. Not one of those 5,000 all-in-one ones, but just one of the little ones where you actually hand screen print shirts and whatnot. Because then we get to make our own merch. And the merch of our friends.
So I don't get a circuit.
The hell's a circuit?
Maybe it's not a circuit. I don't know. Anyways.
But anyways, please go over there. You can also see all of our episodes of Killing 15 and Mything unedited. Generally before they come out live everywhere else. And you get to hear truly what Sam edits out. Because guess what? It's a lot. Not necessarily for here blinking, but yeah. Is that enough covering our bases on all the
I think that's good for the new old business.
new old business? Okay, let's get into today's topic. So, Sam has a vendetta because I always drop the most everything. And a couple weeks ago, during Killing 15 Minutes, on our bonus episode on what makes I believe it's what makes a serial killer popular.
Maybe. I don't actually remember. I know it was one of our bonus episodes.
It was one of our bonus episodes. I want to say it was that one. I, hilariously and stupidly, and I knew it as soon as I said it, you can hear it, compared O.J. Simpson to Deion Sanders. And then Sam decided that we needed to go on a 5-minute rant about that.
It was only 3 minutes.
After what? How much editing?
No editing in that.
Oh, no editing? You'll edit out my entire Gilmore Girls rant?
It wasn't about Ted Bundy.
You're right, because
I
the
had to
episode was on
correct
Ted
you
Kaczynski.
You're right. It was Ted Kaczynski. Oh,
Yes.
Chris over at Twisted Tales, which we did an episode of his on Killing 15 Minutes, is doing a Ted Bundy episode. And it was he just posted that he'd finished it and he's editing right now.
Oh, cool.
So Ted was on my mind because I just saw that.
That's okay. Anyways. Plug it in. Anyways. So, since then, and I usually drop a few jokey, light sports jokes in most of my scripts because they are light and barely able to be... I'm not a sports person.
No, he's not, but he can play 2K, NBA 2K better than I can.
No, I cannot.
I
NBA 2K.
I couldn't get out of the tutorial.
I was able to skip the tutorial,
Lucky asshole.
but no, I am not good at NBA 2K. It's,
You're
however...
pretty good at, you and I played Madden one day.
Yeah, Madden's easy. The show's easy. Pretty much it's only the reason I don't like the NBA is to make a shot. It just feels so counterintuitive, and there's, at least on how I play, there's a lag. So I will let, you know what I mean? When I let go of the, X button to shoot,
Yeah.
it still keeps going even after I let it go. And it's like, I know. My brain should then be like, okay, you actually need to lead the target there. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, no,
it's annoying to me.
I understand. The show is super easy. I did one season, and I did it on semi-pro, so it wasn't easy, but it wasn't super hard.
The college football one is actually, I really liked it.
I want to get it.
Not
but
College Football Manager. I think that's not the one I'm thinking of. But it's for, what the hell's the collegiate? It's
NCAA.
Is it still NCAA? That's basketball, isn't it?
No, NCAA is the National Collegiate Athletics Association.
Oh, okay, so it's a catch-all?
It's a catch-all. Everything.
thought-
If you are a college or university in the U.S. and you have a sports team, you are covered under the NCAA banner, but you can be an independent team.
Okay.
Under the NCAA. So let's go with Georgia Bulldogs
Okay.
are part of the SEC,
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of when it comes to acronyms.
where Notre Dame, go Irish, are an independent team.
Okay.
So they don't have to fight divisions themselves. They're going out and playing best team every year, period. So they may play, Georgia once in 5 years, but in that time period. So, wow. He's giving me this look, guys, and this look is, oh my God, my sister knows this topic.
That's not the look I'm giving you. It's proud. I'm proud that you know a topic. Okay, it's sort of like doing the AJ Files and Killing 15. You are actually much more engaged in the discussion side of things than you are when you're the one reading the script.
Well,
But
I haven't listened to the last 5 we did while I was high as a kite. Well, I wasn't high as a kite. I felt good.
You did?
Nothing hurt. I felt like I was on the ball, excluding a couple of misreads.
A couple?
We'll find out when I edit those.
I think you lie about how many edits you actually make to make yourself feel better.
No. I also will realize halfway through a sentence that I need to start it again.
Yes, I
And
know.
I don't stop, breathe, and then do it.
I'm aware.
I'm working on that.
You also don't like using the punctuation I put into the script.
You're correct. I don't look that far down on the script. I don't look that low on the line.
No, you plow through them brick walls of periods to make one giant run-on sentence, and then you look at me like, that was a long sentence. And it's like, yes, but notice how there's periods that break
So
it up
I
into
reread
multiple...
I reread that paragraph for you. Okay, guys? I reread the paragraphs because he went on my case about this. So I proceeded to stop at every paragraph, pause at every comma, and then read the entire... Then proceeded to... That was 3 sentences that I did. The 4th sentence was a run-on fucking sentence that took up 3 lines.
All I'm hearing is you making complaints. Okay, luckily, I'm not writing Killing 15 anymore.
No, I have like 3-4 paragraphs left on the one that you said makes me sound like I was Donald Trump's script writer, inauguration writer.
Okay. Which... I can't... There was whatever Sam's last official script was, because...
Telegraph.
Okay.
Crafts. So, yeah. I have to say I did like the AJ Files, but I do bring a slight flair, or at least the ability to easily make it sound like I didn't leave a whole bunch of shit out.
Sam?
But you do great. No, I'm joking.
No.
You did really, really good.
I did overview these because I know that you feel very uncomfortable when we talk about race or stuff like things you deem too political.
Well, my problem with race is I don't legitimately see. Yeah, I see your skin color, but I don't use that to judge you. If you're an asshole, you're a fucking asshole. End of conversation. I don't care if you're black, brown, yellow, Chinese.
Yellow Chinese?
Yeah.
Let's edit this shit out.
Yeah, we're totally editing this one out.
Anyways, point is that the past is in the past.
The past is in the past.
It doesn't matter. It's in the past. But anyway,
Hakuna Matata.
Zukazama.
Zukazama.
Anyways, so today's topic is sports. So I'm going to start the ball rolling. Sam, what is your favorite minor league baseball team? I'm going to piss you off and choose sports that I don't think you have an answer for.
I do. It's the Syracuse Mets. They are part of the minor leagues of the New York Mets. Another, true New York team.
Because they suck?
No, the Mets have actually been pretty okay.
Okay, but seriously, let's do it as, what's your favorite baseball team and why?
I'm a New York Yankees fan because my grandmother was a New York Yankees fan. Do you remember? I don't think I've ever told you this story. One of the final conversations I had with Grammy when we came up, she was talking about this new guy that everybody's talking about in minor leagues.
Okay.
My grandmother died in 1995. The player she was talking about was Derek Jeter. The following year after she died, the Yankees went on to win the pennant.
Well, that's an interesting story.
Do you want me
It
to?
doesn't mean you don't have shit taste, though.
Well, I can't say I like the Brooklyn Dodgers
Why?
because they don't exist.
They did.
They did, but if I'm going to be, rooting for a team, I want to be able to say, you know what, my team, you fear the pinstripes.
Well, now here's where you can argue about why I don't like the Yankees.
Okay?
I've lived 35 years. 8 or 9, was in North Carolina. Okay? I was a wonderful, living little child who didn't give a fuck about sports.
He still doesn't.
Hold on, I kind of do. I enjoy playing the basketball. Actually, I hate baseball. I've never liked baseball as a sport.
It is a true story. We used to do pickup games in the neighborhood, and AJ would sit there and watch.
Kickball, love it. I can still run the bases and everything like that. And I realize what it is, because I can do football. I've always had the shoulders of a linebacker.
This is true. Mom has said that.
That's because she gave birth to me, and I had the shoulders of a linebacker and the forehead of a St. Bernard. But I don't know why I picked St. Bernard. But I can do hockey, street hockey at the very least.
Yeah.
I've never been comfortable on the ice. But I don't like cold. Now you can argue, well, the ambient temperature above the ice isn't that cold and you're bundled. But when you hit the ice...
You cold.
The ice is cold.
So you know what you do?
Don't
hit the ice.
By not going on the ice. Yes, we've covered this. But we used to do pickup games with, rollerblades. That was always fun.
Yep.
And basketball. I actually really enjoy basketball, despite the fact that I'm not exactly cardio fit. Baseball, I've never clicked with. Like, don't get me wrong. I enjoy, hitting a ball with the, you know what I mean? I enjoy, it's always fun.
The batting cages are fun.
Batting cages are fun. T-ball, ideally fun. Again, kickball. I love kickball.
Yep.
But the reason is, and I realized this when a friend of mine got beamed in the head and was unconscious for about 15 seconds in middle school.
Yeah.
I don't like someone taking something and just chucking it at me as hard as possible. Now, I know in a professional setting, pitchers are really fucking dead on balls accurate most of the time. But I have poor experiences with people throwing shit at me.
No, you're not wrong. I totally understand that.
I get the appeal.
Last baseball season.
Yes.
Shell actually had one of our former baseball players, when we did coach pitch, come in with a bat injury because their coach never taught him bat safety. And this kid remembered me telling them that a bat was a weapon and you needed to learn how to use it, which means it was on the ground or behind the cage.
No, that's a very good point. Sorry if I fade in and out, my wonderful listeners. I'm making coffee.
So, that's just something that I, but if I rank my sports the way I like them, I like playing baseball because there's more to the game than just hitting a ball or fielding.
Now, does that... I actually have a question about that.
Okay.
Do you think that you place baseball so high, partially for the same reason that I hate it? As soon as we moved up here to New York, all I fucking heard about was the Yankees. Compared to in the South where we actually had a lot more football talk.
Yeah, well,
There was a lot more football focus, but we moved up to these damn Yanks, and all of a sudden everyone has a fucking New York Yankees hat. And it's talking about Derek fucking Jeter. Or whoever the hell the new... I don't know who the...
Oh, the new Jeter is Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Well...
So do you think it was a
new
combination of that, where suddenly we got to a spot that put baseball on a pedestal like that, even just on a merch level, you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
And you played softball.
Yes.
So you got slower pitches, because I think I could do phenomenal at softball. I know. Softball is actually...
For the pitch, all right? Where baseball, the ball is straight mostly, and then take a down turn, where you have that slight loop, that slight arc. Softball, with the underhand pitching, particularly fast pitch softball, that ball's coming up towards you when it's released. So it's actually harder to hit a softball, even though it's slower, than it is to hit a baseball, which is faster.
No, I get it. I'm sorry about...
No. Personally, I liked all sports when we were growing up. We did hockey. There was always...
Hey, remember when you used to be so butch, and then you'd call me a very derogatory term for gay, despite the fact that I wasn't gay, and I would snap back at you that you were, in fact, gay, and then you would beat the shit out of me?
Yeah.
In fact, I have false teeth in my face hole because you beat the shit out of me?
Yeah, I don't think it was that time.
No, that one was because
we were
you locked me out of the house.
Not that
Yeah, that was... You locked me out of the house.
All right, whatever. Anyways, no, I don't really think being moved to New York would have changed my love of sports. It did change my sports
Well,
team.
that's what I mean. I don't think it's a love of sport, but you're specifically... If baseball's the top of your tier...
Baseball is on top of my tier because I think there's more IQ to the game than just hitting and fielding.
I'm sorry you've seen Moneyball too many times. It's not. It's a dumb sport.
It's a lot smarter than fucking football.
No. Football, I will argue, actually has good strategy to it.
Okay.
Okay? What's the strategy in baseball? I need you to hit the fucking ball.
No. The object of baseball is to get on fucking base so you can score runs.
And how do you do that?
Well, obviously, you can either walk or hit the ball.
You're right. Okay? So, but we're boiling it down. Okay?
Me personally, I like playing baseball.
And you can.
I like watching football with our mother. By the way, your kid wants to come up and watch football with me this year.
Okay? But here's baseball. Ugh. Me hit ball with bat. Me run. Duh. Here's football. Ugh. Me get hiked ball. Me could run or me could throw. Me throw, I have options. Oh, we have strategy. These people are defending me. I get to be not Tom Brady and be here for a couple seconds. I can throw ball that way. He defended. We get that. He run all the fucking way. Congratulations, we score. Do we want to then do a field goal or do we want to try a 2-point conversion?
You're correct. And
I'm just
part
bringing
of
up that there are many different options
I'm not
in
arguing
baseball
there's a lot of
that has a
options.
lot more strategy to it.
You're saying in baseball there's no strategy, but
No,
in
hold
football
on.
there
I
is.
didn't say there wasn't strategy.
Come on, you gotta stop for a minute and think of something, okay?
I didn't say there wasn't strategy in baseball. I'm saying it's a simpler sport than football. That's why there are 14 assistant coaches and in baseball. Not baseball.
In football?
In football.
Well, yeah, because everybody has a position coach.
Exactly. And how many position coaches are there? There's base coaches in baseball.
Yeah.
So there's 4 coaches. Let's compare to...
Pitching coach?
He's not on the field.
He's in the bullpen. It counts.
If he's in the bullpen taking a nap, it doesn't count.
That's not the dude taking a nap in the bullpen.
No, that's the actual coach.
That's the other coach. All right?
Anyways, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just saying, I did not say there was no strategy in baseball. I said it was slightly simpler.
I don't think
Ugh, me need hit ball. How me hit ball? Or me need to get on base. You know, I'll agree with you that the actual goal is to get on base. Okay, I need to make a split decision on whether this is going to be a ball or a strike. Okay, there's strategy there. That is practice, repetition. You know it, you love it.
Yes.
As in, you can gauge
offense. But here's the defensive view.
Make sure you're under the ball when it fucking gets up in the air. The end.
No, the pitcher, okay. Most of the time, now they have these stupid things that I do.
Catch the ball, throw it the first. That's the only strategy.
What if the play isn't at first? What if you needed, there's a forced run on third? So you throw it either home or third.
Okay, so we're saying that there's no one else on base except for someone who's about to run to third.
I'm saying that it's a forced run, which means that somebody's up to bat, somebody's on first, somebody's on second, dude up to bat, bunts. Just throwing it. He connected with the ball, and he's running to first.
Oh, then you go counterclockwise. No, you go clockwise. 3, 2, 1. If it's a field like that, or if it's fielding like that, and they bunt, so you're hypothetically the pitcher or pitcher or even the catcher, you know, someone in that range.
Yeah, either
maybe the shortstop.
Only if it's Derek Jeter, because he picked that up and then boom. Anyways.
Yes, you go 3, 2, 1. That is good strategy, but that is the.
But it's based on that's just one play.
I asked you to plug this in.
I did. This one died.
Keep going.
So, pitcher gets the sign from the catcher. Say it's a fastball.
Yeah.
All right. Pitcher accepts the sign, so let's go with he nods. Shortstop sees the sign, moves over 3 feet, which forces the left fielder. I had to stop for a minute. It's been a while since I've thought about fielding. So the left
So who's
fielder,
on first in your plan?
Who?
That's what I'm asking. Who's on first in your plan?
Who?
The person on first base.
Who?
That's what I'm asking you.
He's on second.
What?
He's on second.
I'm not asking who's on second.
No, who's on first?
That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Third base. Sorry.
Who's on the who's in
Anyways,
who's on stage?
The band.
Sorry.
Anyways. So we got that out of the fucking way.
But I think there's a little bit more strategy defensively versus offensively within reason. Okay? So to me, I like defense because defense wins games.
Not according to a lot of people.
Well, if you played...
If you watch the Super Bowl, defense didn't need to do shit.
Well, they did do something.
Wait, who do you... What did Kansas City do? At all?
I think they scored once.
No, didn't they actually get up to 22?
I think you're right.
Solely because the Eagles... It was the Eagles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turned around and was like, we're like up 47 to like 2 here, man. I think we can give them a little something. It's the holidays.
Yeah, there was a game like that. But, I think, I just find baseball much more, strategy-wise, relaxing because I can actually see the game happening.
No, that's completely valid, and I'm sorry about, I'm just saying.
No. Then we got, I like football, hockey, basketball.
See, I figured hockey was number one on your list.
See, the problem with hockey is that I don't get to watch it. It's not on any, I think it's on some of our channels.
Yeah, I think it's ESPN, Disney+. I only watched 30 for 30s on that.
I like 30s for 30s. So I got a lot of my information over the years.
Oddly enough, I got mine from YouTube. As much of a Gen Z person who didn't grow, I'm a millennial, but I do actually think that YouTube, outside of the stupid 90% of YouTube, which is like your Logan Pauls and your Shane Dawsons, I'm showing my age here, but you know what I mean? The people who are just vlogging and being jackasses online. Okay. There's a lot of phenomenal people with a lot of phenomenal information.
No, you're not wrong. I learn a lot. I've taken to...
a good video that I think I was going to show you was FD Signifier's thing about sports and black folks.
Okay, that
or
could
something
be
along that, because it is one of those things where it is very interesting. There is a basic rule when it comes to sports betting. Bet on the black guy.
Depending on what sport, you may want to bet on the Asian.
Are you counting ping pong as a sport?
No, I'm thinking of Suzuki.
Oh, okay.
Ichiro
Suzuki?
Yeah.
What about Yao Ming?
Shaq dunked on him.
Never bet on Shaq's free throws. But
That's true. You know what? He's not the worst free throw shooter in the history of the NBA.
You're right. I'm sure some of those Make-A-Wish kids, the little ones who have to make the granny toss into the basket, I'm sure that they might have a worse record.
Shaq made 51%, 51 point something of his free
I thought he
throws.
made like 30%.
But when there's an entire foul named after you,
You know what? That's fair.
heck a Shaq.
52.7%.
There we go.
I was way off. Granted, he only had like 12 free throws in his run after people realized, wow, I know.
The minute they found out that he couldn't shoot a flippin' free throw, he was getting fouled constantly. And he played in the era before hand check and after hand check. No. Yeah. So you know how when we played growing up, where you could go like this, right where the basketball and hand
Yeah.
is. That's hand check.
Okay.
So that's not allowed anymore. You're not allowed to play physical now in the NBA.
Which is interesting because it also shows, far twos and threes are actually the de facto, like, everyone goes for it.
Yes, because everybody needs to be able to shoot a three.
Well, it's not even that. This was my favorite sports team. I was listening to that.
Okay.
And they were talking about how it's all about percentage.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do a layup, get a point, you know what I mean? And that's 70%. Or you can make 3 points at 40%. The percentage is actually better. Try for the 3. But the problem with that is that it has actually expanded the game out so that you don't get a lot in the paint.
Yeah,
And I think that's actually where, because we grew up in the 90s.
we grew up with Michael Jordan.
We grew up with the 90s Bulls.
Yep.
We grew up with the fucking Dennis Rodman Attitude Era.
The worm.
You know what I mean? We grew up where, fuck it, let's do some shit in the paint that's gonna be noticeable, you know? And I think that's actually why I kind of like women's NBA right now.
Oh, they're fucking
Because I
beast.
think they're going into their 90s era. Complete with all the not
I want
politics.
to go 90s, okay?
Early
This is
90s,
more-
right before suddenly you've got everyone
would
going,
say-
let's fucking just foul them for the next 3 games.
I would say Caitlin Clark could be compared to Larry Bird, where Angel?
Are you
Angel
talking
Reese? NBA
Amber Reese?
No. I think it's Angel.
Yes, Angel. Isn't she the one who just got the McDonald's?
She just got the BET Sportswoman of the Year.
She also got a McDonald's.
Yes.
A
her.
McDonald's meal.
Yes.
That's how I'm learning about some people I've never heard of.
I got you. So, you know, she could be compared to Magic Johnson. Think about the 80s. You know.
Okay, I can see what you're saying, and not to
Magic
mention
and
they've also started really upping their merch. Like they've actually. Now you can argue that it's because of Caitlin Clark, and a lot of white folks then turned around and went, "Wow, basketball's not just for black people anymore." I'm not saying that is what happened. I'm just saying I noticed that everyone really gravitated towards Caitlin Clark, and even some of the people who were very, let's say, not necessarily left-leaning,
okay.
also had very positive things to say about Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Conservatives.
That's the word.
So I think that, but she, you know, and people always bitch about, you know, well, she's one person. You know what I mean? How, you know, you can't just put it on her. She has a team and everything like that, and that's true.
Right.
But
her team is taking the time to evolve her.
And it's sort of one of those things where it's like, everyone knows Michael Jordan. How many people know who he always fucking got the ball passed to him from?
Scottie Pippen.
Yes, but I'm talking about now.
Oh, now I don't know.
No. I don't mean who's passing him the ball now. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Michael Jordan, it's Shaq. Michael Jordan. Possibly Dennis Rodman still. Magic Johnson. You know, all those names really popped up at the time because you had people, you know, you had Michael Jordan
Revitalizing
the team. Or it's sort of like, oh shit, who was the, who was,
give me more. I need...
short white guy.
Short white guy? Play basketball?
Played basketball. He was in green. So he was part of the Celtics.
I could think of two short people.
Oh, shit. I want to say Stephen Curry, but that's not his name because he's totally different.
Steve Carr?
Maybe.
No, he played for the Bulls. He's now the coach of Golden State Warriors.
Who's the short white guy in basketball?
Oh, this is going to be good.
Let's see.
Is it Spud Webb?
No, it's Muggsy.
Muggsy?
Hold on. The reason is because the AI overview for Google went the shortest white player of the all time.
Dude, you gotta finish talking.
Muggsy Bogues
Yeah.
is apparently the shortest white guy in the NBA.
Didn't he play?
Short answer.
Hold on. Didn't he play for the Charlotte Hornets?
Holy shit! High five. Not with that hand. Your hand hurts. Yes, however, he's very much black.
Well, I remember this.
He's not even a slight shot of mocha. He's black.
Mom swears this story didn't happen. All right. I remember being at McDonald's and Magic Johnson. I think it was Del Curry and Muggsy came into this McDonald's, and I think it was just as Magic was coming back after the HIV diagnosis. What? Dudes, I wish we videotaped this sometimes. What is with the looks, bro? Who's your short white guy?
Don't fucking know anymore. But they did a 30 for 30 on him. He was a top draft pick.
Right.
And then he got into coke.
There you go. Look that shit up. Anyways, but I like basketball playing it. I don't really like watching it, but I like looking.
Steve Kerr, yeah.
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
He's known for his accuracy as a three-point shooter and was 5-time NBA champion.
Yep.
Cool.
Do you know that?
How the hell did you know all this? What was he a college player for? Oh no, sorry, that's Kirk. He's from Estonia. I was gonna say I've never heard of the Kentucky Wildcats. He was born in Tartu, Estonia, but that's totally not Steve Kerr.
You've heard of the Kentucky Wildcats?
No, I've heard of the Wildcats from High School Musical.
Cats here to stay.
Anyways.
Sorry.
So anyways.
With basketball, I like playing it more than watching it, but I could coach it.
Right. You just didn't. You coached baseball. For the Utes.
I chose baseball for the Utes because they needed a coach.
No, I get it.
If I could get Ezra into a basketball program, I'd probably coach that too.
Well, he wants to do basketball.
I know, but I can't get him into one of the school programs.
Why not?
Because we don't have any.
Really?
Not until he's in 7th grade.
Oh, right.
Oh, while you're up, get me one.
Do you have a cup?
Here's the cup. So, just, I told Ezra that if I can't get him into a league this year, we'll start doing our own workout routine. I'll make him into the next Kobe Bryant.
Well, we're about to he might get into skateboarding shortly, since that's about to open up right down over by the...
Yeah, they're supposed to have it where it's opening up, I think, the end of this summer.
Well, I was really
beginning
hoping...
of next year.
Honestly, I was really hoping they would put in basketball hoops instead of a skate park.
I would have liked the basketball hoop better, too.
Because, I mean, again, I enjoy basketball. Especially since... Oh, today's random thing.
Okay, what's the random thing for you?
Or rather, the random thing for those listening. I know we're past the 50-minute mark, probably.
Oh, yeah, we're totally past that.
But if you're listening, leave a comment on if they had you play basketball during, like, if you had the option, like it was your lunchtime thing was, okay, you're done eating, go to the gym and play basketball.
You get to school early, you chill in the gym playing basketball.
Because that's pretty much what it was for at least high school. I can't remember middle school.
For middle school, we were able to do that, but the problem is that usually, actually, no, we didn't get to do it in middle school.
I don't remember.
Because gym class was going on during lunch.
Oh, yeah. We had split, yeah.
Where in high school, we didn't have that.
Yeah, they
for
gave
that
us
reason.
2 separate periods. Like, lunch had 2 separate periods to it.
Uh-huh.
So they could space it out where they didn't need gym class during that.
Right. So that's just, But yeah, leave a comment down below what you guys did before school and during lunch.
Just because I know a lot of, you know what I mean?
But the other thing is that when it comes to hockey, my favorite part of hockey is the hits.
Yes, I know. It's why you're a NASCAR fan, too.
Not as much as I used to be, because there's this 4-stage thing that just does not make sense to me. But NASCAR I liked watching when we were kids, because there was a slight strategy to it, besides having the fastest car on the fucking track.
Well, I think that's what was interesting about NASCAR for me, and a lot of other things, where it is like rally driving. I think is actually really cool. I blame Top Gear for me liking that, but where it is, it's sort of the same thing with bikes, or with like, not necessarily the Tour de France, but where it's any sport, even skateboarding, where it's, here are the confines of what your additional thing can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't throw in, a Bugatti engine into your NASCAR car.
Correct.
It has to be within this set thing.
Yes.
So there is a lot of strategy to it. When do you pit? When do you try and draft around someone?
Well, you got to stop for a minute and think back when we were kids. It was more, they were still leaning more towards stock cars.
True.
Than what we have now is not considered stock cars.
Well, no. Now
they are their own little classification. They have to have a special this, special that, can only be this, within millimeters of that. So, yes, I see where, you got to pit right. You got to know when to do it. You got to know when to, you got to listen to your spotter, know that they trust them. There's a lot of, going into it. But you had to, we grew up in the age of the Intimidator.
Yeah.
We grew up where a little bump and grind is not a bad thing.
In more ways than one.
Well, that was before all that came out, but you know what I mean. Well, you know.
I actually didn't think of R. Kelly at all there, Sam.
You know what made me think of it?
Huh.
Eminem.
Of course. But anyways.
I played that earlier. That's the only reason.
We talked a little bit about basketball.
Yeah.
Talked a little bit about baseball.
Yeah.
Talked a little bit about football. Well, actually, we really haven't talked about football.
No, I really didn't.
I brought up that I think it's more strategic than... So let's go with... what time are we at?
We got like 10 minutes before I have to leave.
Okay, so let's end this with the last of the big trifecta. Let's be clear. Baseball, football, and basketball, those are the three major sports. Don't get me wrong, I know that there's a lot of people who love hockey and soccer, or wrongly called football. I'm kidding.
No.
By the way, the World Cup is so not happening in LA this year.
Dude! I don't think they're going to have the Olympics either.
No, but the Olympics is 3 years out. World Cup was next year. Stanley Cup was next year.
No, Stanley Cup is for hockey.
You're right.
World Cup is for
You're right. We already went through the Stanley Cup, and guess who lost again? Canada. But anyways.
They haven't won since 92.
Yeah, that's because they're too busy committing war crimes and giving each other free healthcare jobs.
Oh. What war crimes is Canada doing?
Oh, well, not right now.
Oh, back in the 80s?
Canada is literally where the phrase, it's not a war crime the first time comes from. As much as we turn around and make jokes about Canada, like, oh man, they're Ned Flanders. They're all hidely-ho neighborino, but they will climb into the fucking tower and start sniping everybody at the first provocation. Because guess what? It's not a war crime the first time.
Okay, so back to football.
Yes, football.
Football. O.J. Simpson.
Man, really sad about what happened to that Browns guy. No, he didn't do the what was he, Chiefs? No, he was... O.J. was Browns, wasn't he?
No, he was a Buffalo
Bear.
Bill.
Oh, he was a Bill. Among other things, wasn't he also part of Cleveland?
No, he went from the Bills to the 49ers.
49ers? Why the fuck am I picturing him in a fucking...
It might be from Naked Gun.
No, because he wasn't a football person in that. He was an actor in that. Hilarious. Sorry, not the point. Anyways.
So, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan.
So
Bills.
Fuck you, Bills Mafia people.
Well, it has taken me almost 20 years to get to this point.
I know, for a long time, you've been a Panthers gal.
I've been a Panthers fan since they came into the league.
You were also a very big Cowboys fan.
I was a huge Cowboys fan in the early 90s before we had Carolina Panthers because we had nobody to root for in the South, and I wasn't a fan of the Falcons.
Fair.
They were only good when they had Dion, and then Dion went to being a 49ers fan, and not a fan, 49ers player to being a Cowboy.
Fair.
You know, he's one of the few players that have retired, came back, and still dominated in football.
Yes. Did you know he won 2 NCAA championships in one day? Wait, who are we talking about?
Who are you talking about?
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders played baseball and football all in the same 24-hour period.
Yes, and he won both times. You sent me the damn article!
I did send you the damn article.
I'm literally just parroting shit you've told. You, Sam! I learned it from listening to you!
So anyways, yes, I was a 90s Cowboys fan. Troy Aikman,
To be
Emmitt
fair,
Smith.
there were a lot of 90s Cowboys fans.
There
It's the 2000s that really stopped the,
Tony Romo stopped the Cowboys from winning. And then they got Dax Prescott.
Okay.
I think he's overrated, but that's just me.
Then my favorite Dax is Jexia Dax.
You know the reason why there's M's for when you look at it? We'll look at their makeup. Why it looks like M's and W's?
Because they're really big Milwaukee fans?
No, Michael Weather something. Crap.
No, I think you're thinking Carl's Weathers.
No, it was it's Michael something. He was the makeup designer for Star Trek Next Generation.
Oh,
Not Next Generation, Star Trek DS9.
Oh, cool.
He's a well-known makeup artist in that industry.
Yeah.
I learned about him through actually watching Face Off on Sci-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Back when Sci-Fi was SYFY? No. SCIFI? FY? I don't remember how Sci-Fi used. I know FY.
SYFY is how they spell it now. SI-FI is how it used to be.
Yes.
When it was the cool sci-fi channel. Not the Siffy channel. So anyways. Back to... Actually, we could also talk about the XFL now because that aired on...
ABC?
No. The XFL was actually right after SmackDown when they transferred over to... Or ECW was on Sci-Fi Channel. I want to say XFL was, but I think they actually went over to the Spike. I know that...
I'd watch the XFL or whatever the off-season football teams are if I could get them on my TV.
It really wasn't good. Although, there's a lot of documentation you should look at about the XFL because it did what I always want. I'm like, wow. So, because I've never liked offside rules on any fucking sport. But to be fair, that's because I played the video game version a lot, or pickup games, where no one really cared about offsides.
The only game...
Chase the fucking ball was the main goal for most pickup games.
The only game that gave us where you had to be on sides for video games, hockey.
No, Madden also did that a lot.
Okay,
You can turn off offsides, though.
Oh.
And you might have done that.
It's possible.
But what the hell was I saying?
Offside.
Oh, that's the number one thing. XFL actually took off their offside rule, which isn't bad. Problem is that there's a lot of problems that happened with it, and it got a lot of injuries because fumbles were a lot more frequent because they took out pretty much you're playing a 1960s pickup game kind of rules.
Oh, hit him as hard as you can and pray to God the ball flies out. Got it.
Essentially. You know, there was no Tom Brady rules. Granted,
no tuck?
No, they were not drag queens. Their tucking jobs were terrible. But there was a lot of things that, looking at it, if they didn't go as extreme with it and just pared back some of the slightly more understandable, I'm going to state understandable because a lot of the rules in the NFL right now are because we understand concussions are bad. You know, the same time that the XFL came out, they were doing bare open fucking headshots with chairs as hard as possible until the person bleeds in wrestling. It was one of those Jesus Christ moments.
I gotcha.
I mean, at the time, we were also looking going, Jesus Christ, but we had bloodlust. Whereas now we look back with that Coyote Ugly look, you know, the, oh my God, why did we, what the fuck?
It's kind of like Varsity Blues when the guys go to the strip club where their teacher's stripping. And they walk out and like, why is it so bright out here?
Kind of, yeah. It's just this, once you get that post-nut clarity of, we didn't need to have all those, you know, we didn't need to try and actually kill people.
I've watched a lot of, do you know which was the most violent era of football?
I would say the 1940s when...
All right, let's go with from modern times, so from the 60s when the NFL was created.
Well, then I would say probably the 60s or the 70s, only because, again, rules were very, you know, it was one of those things where rules evolve for a reason.
Yes, I understand that.
You have to have the, as stupid as it is, the silica packet in your thing saying don't eat it. You need that rule because guess what happened?
Somebody ate it.
And then sued and went, that piece of pepperoni didn't taste right. And it was bubbly.
But, yeah, there's certain rules I don't like. I don't like the tuck rule. I'm sorry if
I've always hated the infield pop fly rule, too.
I hate that. I also hate the third strike. I actually like and hate the the drop third strike rule.
Yeah.
I love it as a.
In theory, it's great. Sort of like in theory, the infield fly rule I get.
I totally get it.
Because it's trying to put a bubble over the field, not just depth-wise, but height-wise.
Which I completely understand, and all that shit. I was also one of the people that realized that if you let the ball drop, then throw it to second, and then throw it to first.
You can get 2 outs instead of the 1.
Exactly.
No, I get it. I'm also the person who would steal second even with the out.
Me too.
But
but the other thing is like a difference in between softball and baseball.
Yeah.
In softball, we're not allowed to leave the bag.
Whereas,
There's no leading.
Yeah, I was going to say, whereas in baseball, you can lead to fucking 8 feet.
I have no idea what the measurement for lead.
I've seen people, I swear to God, we're halfway up the lane.
Wesley Snipes in Major League.
Okay, yeah. There's a movie I need to watch again.
You know what? I watched it recently, and I'm like, Wesley Snipes can still act.
Still. That was from like 89, 90?
I don't know.
Charlie Sheen was still big, so it had to be late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
But anywho. So yes, XFL is definitely something you should look into. Just, even without watching it fully, just watch a lot of the commentaries about, I believe 30 for 30 has an XFL thing.
Okay.
Although I believe that was when the XFL was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And they McMahon it, which is, they try and gloss over a lot of the issues.
Okay.
But, so, favorite football team currently is the Bills.
The Bills.
Let's retract everything we just said.
Yeah.
Or let's digress back to Bills, then...
It was the Cowboys.
It was the Cowboys to Panthers to Bills.
Took me 20 years to get to the Bills.
Well, that's because if you aren't a Bills fan in Oneida fucking County...
I met one Carolina Panthers fan that went to school with us.
I was a Broncos fan. I still
true.
am a Broncos fan. Okay, and when it comes to baseball, I'm a Diamondbacks fan.
Randy Johnson?
No, whatever World Series it was, the Diamondbacks versus the New York Yankees, I made a bet with, you know what, I'm not stating any of that on record.
Okay. Now I have to go look back at the freaking World Series to find out when that time period was.
But it was during that I found a Diamondbacks hat on the side of the road.
Ooh, I know what you're talking about. I had just gotten my license. There was an accident right outside of the Floyd Field days, and we decided to go for a walk to see what we could find.
So, anyways, And I always maintain that finding that hat is why they won, and redacting the statement for one of the few lucky moments of my life. So
anyways, well, but my all-time favorite football player is Deion Sanders. I do think of him as the GOAT.
And I can understand why.
He was deadly on all four aspects of a football game.
And he was able to
Play baseball.
He was able to switch hit.
Mm-hmm.
Meant that metaphorically, that he was a goated athlete, not just really good at football or really good at baseball.
No, he was really good where he got called up and he played for the Atlanta Braves when he was with the Falcons.
And since you have to go, we're going to do one more question.
Okay.
Sammy Sosa or Mark McGwire?
Neither.
Barry Bonds?
No.
Who?
All three of them were doped up.
You're true.
The last, I would say, hitter I liked.
Jose Canseco?
With his forked bat. No. Ken Griffey Jr.
He was also doped.
No, he wasn't.
Everyone's doping, Sam.
Well,
but
it
here's
was the 90s, so completely possible, actually.
But there's actually where I would turn around and be like, would it just be beneficial if we had two separate leagues, a doping league and a regular league?
And have them face off every year?
Yeah. Just an exhibition match similar to one game. Whoever, is the top, pretty much whoever wins the World Series and the Dope World Series, go at it for one charity game.
That would be really cool. I can see what you're saying. And
again, that would also mean that we'd have to normalize steroids, and I fucking hate that idea.
Not wrong.
Outside of allergy steroids. I like those.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the
doping that everyone was doing.
The doping that was happening in the early 2000s. I can't say much about people who are actually smoking dope. Doing the weed, doing the crack.
Well, I've always hated that people count weed under the performance-enhancing drug thing.
I know, right?
It's like, look, they just played 8 fucking games in 7 days. I know,
No, that's happened before.
And they smoke some dope to stop the joint pain, stop the muscle pain, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not performance-enhancing. Anyone who's ever done the weed... Granted, not me, because I take a puff and I vomit profusely. But
I'll be honest. I've done marijuana and proceeded to kick your son's ass in basketball.
Well, yes, but that's because it gets you to the point where you're not
In
crippled.
pain. Yeah.
He's also now 11. Congratulations for stating that you could kick an 8-year-old's ass while drunk. I'm sorry, high.
No, but I want to kick your 5-year-old's ass.
That's because he's a dick.
Yeah.
All my children are dicks, but I love them all.
I love every one of my kids.
I think any parent understands when I say I love them, but they're all dicks.
They're getting...
They're learning because they are still,
They are still learning, and...
Xander, my middle child, is going to be 10 in 3 days. But it is one of those things where it's, they are all learning still. And as a parent, it's like being a head coach. I'm going to pontificate to end this.
All right, pontificate away.
You should always try and be Bill Belichick as a parent.
Yell at all of them and make sure nobody feels special?
Except for the number 1 player.
No.
I know, I'm teasing.
Oh, I wish you picked a different freaking coach.
But no, here's the thing. You are trying to build a dynasty.
I am.
You want your kids or your players to be the best that they can be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're right. I should have picked someone who's less known for violent anger.
But he treated all his players the same.
And his players were better for it. Yes, I'm assuming that there was a lot of resentment towards certain players when suddenly every media outlet was just going, oh, the entire team is just Tom fucking Brady. You know what I mean? But you want to set up for success.
Yes.
you know, Ezra, love my child. Everyone got to hear him.
Yes, he was last week's interviewee.
But he can be a dick.
Yes.
He's also very big into the esports as well as sports.
Yep.
And hearing him talk to his friends while playing Fortnite or Rainbow Six is fucking...
Bruh.
No, he doesn't even just bruh. He'll be like... He'll die in 5 seconds and then bitch to his teammates because they dared to die 10 minutes later. Why the fuck did you do that? And it's like...
I get it.
No, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, you played with him on Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
You streamed with him on Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a very good team... He wants to be the team leader.
But he doesn't know how to lead yet.
Yeah.
And...
He gets that from his grandfather. Hey, this is behind the paywall. I get to say that shit.
This is behind the paywall. You are correct. You have 1 minute left.
I yield my time to the floor.
All right. I like sports. AJ doesn't.
I like sports.
All right, let's rephrase that. AJ is not a huge fanatic about sports like I am. I will gobble up any information about sports.
That's fair.
Seem fair?
That's very fair.
All right, I'm Sam Rossi.
And I'm AJ Carey.
Have fun, y'all.
Don't burn a place down because your team won. Do it when they lose only.
Keep on carrying on.
CAREY. Because
Carry On Production.